Hello guys, welcome to our channel Education Hub. Friends, in my previous video, I have discussed first 9 questions of NCERT class plus 2 chapter 1, that is reproduction in organisms, and now in second part of this video we will discuss next 9 questions. So guys, also mark the important ones. Hope this video will help you a lot. Let's start with question number 10. Question 10 is that explain why meiosis and gametogenesis are always interlinked. First, we have to tell the definitions. Gametogenesis refers to the process of formation of two types of gametes, male and female gamete. Gametes are haploid cells. Gametes in all heterogametic species are of two types, that is male and female. A haploid parent produces gametes by mitosis, but in majority of organisms, parent body is diploid. Thus, meiosis is required by such diploid organisms to produce haploid gametes. In diploid organisms, meiocytes undergo meiosis. At the end of meiosis, only one set of chromosomes get incorporated into each gametes. Next is question number 11, that is very important question, mark it important. In this question, we have to identify that the part which is haploid or which is diploid. Answer is that ovary is diploid, anther is diploid, egg is haploid, pollen is haploid, male gamete is haploid and zygote is diploid. It is very important question. Next is question number 12, that is also very important question. It is define external fertilization and mention its disadvantages. Its answer is that in external fertilization, syngamy occurs in the external medium, that is water, that is outside the body of organisms, in majority of algae, fishes as well as amphibians. Its disadvantages are that organism undergoing external fertilization release large number of gametes, indicating a higher rate of synchrony between the sexes. In fishes and frogs, etc., large number of offsprings are produced, but such offsprings are highly vulnerable to predator threat. Their survival up to adulthood. Next is question number 13, that is also very important. We have to tell the difference between zoospore and zygote. In this first point is formation. Formation in zoospore, it is during asexual reproduction in lower plants like algae and fungus, and in zygote it is due to fusion of male and female gamete in sexual reproduction. Genetic constitution, zoospore is haploid and zygote is diploid. Mortality, zoospore is motile due to flagella and zygote is non-motile. Next is question number 14, that is we have to tell the difference between gametogenesis and embryogenesis. First is function. In gametogenesis, it is a formation, it help in the formation of gametes, and in embryogenesis it help in formation of embryo. Genetic constitution, in gametogenesis gametes are haploid and in embryogenesis embryo is diploid. And next is cell division. In gametogenesis it is meiosis and in embryogenesis it is mitosis. Next is question number 15, that is very important question. Describe the post fertilizational changes in a flower. We have to tell the changes that happen in a flower after fertilization. In flowering plant, zygote is formed inside into the ovule, and after fertilization sepal, petals and stamens of the flower wither or fall away. The pistil remain attached to the flower. Zygote forms the embryo. Ovule have embryo forms a seed. Ovary walls develop into fruit wall. Fruit wall is also called pericarp. Ovary develop into fruits. Next is question number 16. What is bisexual flower? And in this question we have to collect 5 bisexual flowers, and we have to tell their common name and a scientific name. Just read it once. Its answer is that the flower which bear both male and female sex organs, they are called bisexual flowers. A male part is called androecium and female is called gynoecium. Next, five bisexual flowers with common name and scientific names are given below. Next is question number 17. In this question we have to examine few flowers with the cucurbit plant, and we have to identify the staminate and pistillate flowers. discuss next. Do you know any other plant that wears unisexual flower? And we have to tell that any flower that is having that are unisexual flower, we have to tell that. Its answer is that studying a flower, we have studied a flower with the Cucurbitaceae family, that is Lupha aegyptica. It is observed that in this male flower is present at the summit peduncle and female are solitary, but male and female flower are born on the same plant. That is why this plant is called monoecious plant. Male flower bear 5 stamens. In this flowers gynoecium is absent. In female flower it bear 3 fused carpels, inferior ovary, unilocular and parietal placenta. In such flowers androecium is absent. And diagram is given below, and do the labeling of diagram very carefully. Next is question number 18, that is very important, mark it important. Why offsprings of oviparous animals are at the greater risk? Its answer is that the oviparous animals that lay eggs outside the body and whole in this the whole period of the embryonic development is exposed to harmful environment like wind, water, air and biological factors. So chances of death are higher in such cases. So friends, if you find my this video useful, then please like and share this video, and do not forget to click subscribe button. Press bell icon for notification of future videos. Stay connected. Thank you.